Hi, I'm Daniela and this is Jocelyn. Thanks for coming back to our channel.
In this video, we're going to share some baby names we liked but are not using.
It's no secret that naming a baby is hard, and now we have to name 3. So while deciding names we like for our 2 girls and 1 boy, we keep running into the scenario where if one of us likes a name, the other one doesn't. So that's how most of the names ended up on this list.
Daniela was also very adamant about not having the names too matchy or rhyming, where I was kind of more open to that idea. But I was more adamant that I wanted them to at least complement each other. Meaning I didn't want one like hippie earthy name and then one like old-fashioned vintage name. I wanted to at least pick a lane that all 3 names fell into.
If there's one thing we can agree on, it's that we don't want a really popular name or an up-and-coming trending name where our kids are going to have like multiple kids in their class with the same name.
I made that mistake with our first daughter by naming her Isabella right around the time when the Twilight movies first started coming out, and going to the park quickly became nerve-wracking when 5 different moms were calling for their Bella at the same time.
We have always been drawn to the sea. So right off the bat, we were drawn to earthy and nautical names.
Some of the ones I really liked for girls were Waverly and Cordelia and Dahlia.
While I really like names like Opal, Ivory, Mabel, and Iris.
For boys, I've always really loved the name Finley ever since I heard it in The Notebook, and I really wanted to pick that for our boy, but it just kept showing up on lists, and we joined a triplet mom group on Facebook, and like 3 different moms within the same week were either naming their little boy or little girl that. So we quickly decided that might be too popular and trendy for us to choose, so I sadly had to let it go.
Other nautical and earthy names that we really liked for boys were Harbor, Sage, and Sailor.
So after not agreeing on any of those, it felt like my dream of having 3 little nautical themed names was fading, and we kind of switched gears towards more vintage or old school names that we haven't heard very much.
For girls, I was really drawn to names like Emerson or Theodora. Theodora is not something that would have rang in my head, but you gave me the idea. But we're starting to see that more and more.
I really like the name Theodora too, because the nickname Teddy or Theo I thought was really cute for a girl, but again, it's just becoming really popular, so we're kind of trying to stay clear of that. On the other hand, I really love the name Evangeline and Eloise, Wilhelmina, and Winona.
I'm not really into those names. Some vintage boys' names we really liked, or I really liked, were Elliot or Theodore. Me and Bella really like the name Elliot, but Jocelyn's not really a fan of it.
I liked more vintage names like Leopold or Arlo or even Othello, which is Shakespearean.
Arlo's like super big right now.
Yeah.
We've also had an attraction towards Italian boys' names. One of them that I really like that we're not going to choose is Elio. Jocelyn really dislikes this name, and basically everyone in both of our families makes fun of me because I'm just like obsessed with the name Elio.
But not like Elio's Pizza, which is what I think of every time. Other Italian-inspired boy names that I liked, Daniela wasn't really feeling, were names like Juliano, Nico, or Luca.
With the movie Luca just coming out, I feel like it's so popular right now. And my aunt's dog's name was Luca. And also someone else in our family has the name Luca. So I wanted to skip it.
Stay away. It's out.
As you can see, we're kind of all over the place here and no closer to choosing any name than we were before we knew the genders of our babies. But at least we have a list of ones we know we're not choosing.
I do think, even though we don't have any names set in stone, we are leaning more towards natural, hippie, earthy names, even if they're not as nautically inspired as I was hoping.
Then, of course, you always run into family members chiming in about the names that they like and the names that we like but they don't. I try to keep the ones that I do like to myself until I see if I really like them. I'm a very indecisive person, so I don't care if other people don't like them. If I like it, that's really all that matters.
Yeah, I love hearing people's suggestions, but I have warned lots of family members, just get used to the idea of not liking the names we choose because we are picking something unique and different, moment, and that's that.
Yep, and I always say we'll take it under suggestion. We'll listen. We definitely would love to hear your insight, but it doesn't mean we're going to choose it. So if you have any unique, hippie, edgy, fun names that you want to share with us, definitely drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. I've been waiting to hear the name that just like perks my ears up. That's like, okay, I love that name. So maybe you'll have it.
We probably won't be announcing our names until after the babies are born, for the sole fact that we probably won't be naming them until after we see them and kind of feel like we have a name that fits them.
Yeah. Even though I feel like I'm becoming more familiar with their little personalities while they're moving around inside me, I feel like I won't be able to make sure the name fits them until I see their little faces.
And even then, it's really hard to choose.
I'm sure. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And make sure to turn on your notification bell to stay up to date on all things Lesbi-Honest.
See you soon.